MK Ultra, the CIA's secret war on the mind, echoes through time, the new frontiers. He sat at the kitchen table, staring at the same newspaper headline for the 5th time. CIA conducted illegal mind control experiments. The letters didn't register, not fully, but something deep inside him did. Because 30 years earlier, he had checked into a government-run veterans hospital for what he thought was insomnia. A few pills, some rest. That's all he wanted. Instead, he woke up 3 days later in a locked room, his arms bruised, his speech slurred, and his memories fractured. He never knew what happened, until now. When the MK Ultra hearings reached the public in the late 1970s, there was disbelief, then rage. How could a democratic nation, one that prided itself on freedom and human rights, commit such violations against its own citizens? The answer was both complex and brutally simple. Fear. Fear of communism, fear of defeat, fear of the unknown. The Cold War had created an atmosphere where ethical lines blurred and secrecy became the ultimate power. And in that vacuum, MK Ultra thrived. But even after the hearings, after the files, after the testimonies, no one was truly held accountable. And suddenly, the lessons of MK Ultra didn't feel like history. They felt like a manual. Today, mass surveillance is not just possible. It's expected. Devices in our homes listen constantly. Data brokers build psychological profiles based on clicks, purchases, pauses, swipes. Behavioral nudging, once studied by CIA operatives in clinical settings, is now embedded in every app, platform, and digital assistant. It's not illegal, it's not even hidden, it's normal. And that's what makes it dangerous. If MK Ultra taught us anything, it's that science without ethics becomes oppression. That intelligence agencies, when unchecked, will choose secrecy over humanity. And that consent, the foundation of modern freedom, is fragile. Because what MK Ultra did in secret, we now do in public. To ourselves, to each other. We volunteer our thoughts, our patterns, our preferences. We allow manipulation, not through coercion, but convenience. And while the techniques have changed, the goal remains the same. Control the mind. Control the person. Control the future. There are still questions left unanswered. What happened to the full MK Ultra archives? What modern programs inherited its tactics? Which techniques proved successful? And how many lives were destroyed that we'll never know about? The truth is, we may never know, but we can remember, and we must, because the past isn't gone. It's coded into the present, and the ghosts of MK Ultra still whisper, not in laboratories, not in basements, but in the quiet compliance of a world that forgets too quickly. The documents were shredded. The agents reassigned. The codename retired. But MK Ultra didn't end. It moved. It moved from secret basements to public platforms, from electrodes and drugs to notifications and nudges, from coercion to choice. Once it took a lab to control a mind. Now it takes an app. You scroll, it studies. You pause, it adapts. You react, it learns. You call it a feed, they call it conditioning. What MK Ultra tried to erase, today's systems quietly rewrite. You no longer forget, you simply remember what you're shown. Reality is not suppressed, it is replaced. Belief is not questioned, it is manufactured. And control, it's not forced, it's frictionless. I never signed up for anything, and yet somehow, I became a subject. She stares at a glowing screen, trapped, tracked, tamed. And the most chilling part? She calls it convenience. There are no apology letters, no court rulings, no reparations. Because now, we do it to ourselves. We volunteered, we opted in, we tapped allow. The moi is the new MK Ultra. It has no name, it needs no badge, it hides in plain sight. Control the story, control the belief, control the person, control the future. MK Ultra is not a conspiracy, it's a design. It still runs, not as a program, but as a pattern.
If this story moved you, don't forget to hit that like button, tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and most importantly, subscribe for more stories with powerful twists and unforgettable endings.